ananiyat or khudiyat in Persian. To train it to detach itself from its individualistic tendency and to point the way toward bridging the gap between self and other. You know why in the modern philosophy after Descartes, this is the main problem is the problem of the self and the other including the world and the other people. Okay. How exactly the split between subject and object came to be firmly entrenched in the modern worldview has been much discussed and debated by historians and philosophers. Whatever the detailed reasons may have been, the result was that a separative, divisive epistemology gradually appeared and became crystallized with Descartes. For centuries, seekers of wisdom had understood that the highest purpose of knowledge was to achieve correct understanding of God and the world in tandem with self-understanding and self-realization. This approach was eventually abandoned and replaced almost entirely by another outlook. Knowledge came to be understood primarily as an instrument for control and manipulation. Well, one of the terms Maulana Rumi uses in the Masnavi for reason is instrumental reason. He has this term, instrumental reason, aql abzari. Aql abzari. He shows how if the meaning of reason, if the meaning of intellect reduces to aql abzari, and we only trust on aql abzari, we destroy the world. We destroy the world. I mean this aql abzari is good for the world, and it is worse if we just rely on it and forget about the universal reason. Certainly, many scientists remain ethical and moral human beings, but they could no longer address the necessity for virtue in the context of their own quest for knowledge of the natural world. Okay. I want to mention that this view of the connection between cosmos and the man and the God in this way, it is what nowadays is called anthropocosmic vision. You will see it in Eliade, in Mircea Eliade, that he had used this in his Encyclopedia of Religions, the anthropocosmic vision. Anthropocosmic vision is a term that can be used for the most of the Far Eastern philosophy, Far Eastern religion, that you will see how they connect cosmos and the world, cosmos and the man together, and how they see it as a bridge to understanding the truth. You will see it in Taoism. You will see it in a way in Hinduism, and also in Christianity. In Christianity, at the beginning of the Gospel according to John, and at the beginning was Logos, and the incarnation of Logos also is somehow an example of this anthropocosmic vision. How you will see it in the Gulshan Raz, Garden of Secret, by Shabestari, the famous Iranian commentator of the Ibn Arabi, that how he uses this concept in all of his book, how this is a key term in the Sufi intellectuality. Okay. What you can see in Masnavi and in whole Futuhat al-Makkiyah is that they returned this anthropocosmic vision. And as long as Islamic civilization retained this vision, it could not develop instrumental rationality. The enlightened view that sees the world as a mass of different unrelated objects and understand knowledge as the means to control the world is just contrary to what you see in the Masnavi, that he doesn't want to control the world. He doesn't want to manipulate it. He doesn't see the cosmos as an object and how he wants to solve this problem of subject and object. In the anthropocosmic vision, the object cannot be disjoined from the subject. The purpose of knowledge is not to manipulate the world, but to understand the world and ourselves, the world and ourselves, so that we can live up to the fullness of our humanity. I will come to another characteristic of the Sufi intellectual thought, the problem of reason and revelation. In Christian Western civilization,